Welcome to the fourth session of Chapter 11 Heat, and the subtopics are thermodynamics, first law of thermodynamics, applications of first law of thermodynamics. Thermodynamics, as its name describes, therms mean heat and dynamics mean motion. So, thermodynamics deals with temperature, heat, and their relation to energy, work, and other properties of matter. How heat or how heat involved in doing work. The energy can be of any form such as electrical, mechanical or chemical energy. The first term to understand the thermodynamics is system. What is system? The simplest definition of system is anything which is under observation is called a system. If I am observing a cup of tea, so the cup of tea is my system, and rest of everything except the cup of tea is the surrounding. If I am observing a glass of water, so glass of water is my system, and everything except that glass is a surrounding. So everything other than system is surrounding. You can see this in this diagram also. System, it has a boundary, and everything except system is the surrounding. There are three kinds of system: open system, closed system, and isolated system. Open system. In open system, there will be an exchange of matter and energy. Energy and matter both will be exchanged, and the total amount of energy does not remain constant, it alters. Example is solution kept in a open flask. It's a flask and it's an open flask. So this is the example of open system. In closed system, only energy will be exchanged. Total amount of energy does not remains constant. Example of this is a flask, a solution kept in a sealed flask. It's an open flask. Energy and matter both are going to be exchanged. This is the example of open system. And in closed system, the flask is closed. Only there is a change of or exchange of energy. Only internal energy will be increased, but there will be no exchange of matter. So fixed sealed flask is an example of closed system. Third one is the isolated system. Neither energy nor matter will be exchanged. Energy will remain constant. Why? Because there will be no exchange of energy or matter. Sealed flask kept in a thermoflask. If we put this flask in a thermoflask, there will be no change of energy and matter. So these are the kinds of system: open, closed, and isolated. Another term is heat reservoir. Heat reservoir, the reservoir at high temperature which supplies heat to the system is called the heat reservoir. Examples of heat reservoirs are boiler furnace, combustion chamber, nuclear reactors. The temperature of heat reservoirs remains constant. This is the source, this is the sink. Q1 is the amount of heat which introduced to a system, and T2 is the sink. Cyclic process, as its name describes, cyclic mean a thermodynamic process in which a system returns to the same conditions under which it is started. After going through many steps, the system came back to its original position, or in its original condition. So that is called the cyclic process. In a cyclic process, the system's properties at the end of the process are identical to the system's properties before the process took place. The change in internal energy will be zero. Heat engine. High temperature source, heat engine, low temperature reservoir. To calculate the amount of work done by heat engine, we have the formula W is equals to QH minus QL, where QH is the heat transferred in joule, QL is the heat transferred out. This one is the heat in, heat out. It's a journal model of the heat engine. It is a transfer of energy, work done, expel of energy. Refrigerator is a device in which heat flows from a cold body to a hot body with expenditure of work. It is a heat engine operating in reverse. The reverse of the heat engine is refrigerator, in which heat flows from cold to hot body, not from the hot to the cold one, with the expenditure of work. We have to do some work to do the reverse process. Heat and work. Heat is simply the transfer of transit of energy, and the work is, you can see that molecules are close to each other. When we give heat to the solution, molecules got separated out or goes far from each other. So this one is the work done. Work done after we introduce heat to a system. First law of thermodynamics. The change in internal energy of the system is equal to heat added to the system minus the work done by the system. Mathematical expression of first law of thermodynamics is delta U, which is the change in internal energy, equal to Q, heat added to the system, minus work done by the system. Mathematical representation of first law of thermodynamics is delta U equal to Q minus W. The change in internal energy of the system is equals to the heat added to the system minus the work done by the system. Internal energy. The sum of all kinds of energy in a system is called the internal energy, either kinetic or potential. The sum of all kinds of energy is called the internal energy. The kinetic energy of the particles due to their individual motion relative to each other. Kinetic energy is due to the motions of the molecules. The potential energy of the particle due to their individual positions relative to each other. So a system has both the energies, kinetic and potential, and sum of all type of energy is called the internal energy. Whenever we give heat to a system, its internal energy increases. And internal energy means sum of all kinds of energy. Does a glass of water sitting on a table have any energy? No apparent energy of glass of water on a macroscopic scale. If we are talking about the macroscopic scale, so there is no energy. But in a microscopic world, kinetic energy is part of internal energy, and molecular attractive forces are associated with the potential energy, as we discussed in this slide. Okay, we have four applications of first law of thermodynamics: isothermal, isobaric, isochoric, adiabatic. Iso means same. Iso means same and thermal means heat. So isothermal is a process in which temperature will be constant. In isothermal, iso same, thermal or heat. So temperature will be constant in this process. PV is equals to constant, and delta U will be equal to 0. Why? Because the temperature will remain constant. If the temperature is constant, there will be no increase of internal energy, and all the heat will be converted into work. To know about this equation, have a look on the first law. This. If the internal energy is 0, I am talking about the isothermal process. Delta U equal to 0, it means 0 equal to Q minus W. Work is negative in this side, so on the other side it will be positive. When it will be positive, so it becomes delta Q equal to delta W, because delta U is 0. So all the heat will be converted into work in isothermal process. Isobaric. In isobaric process, pressure of the system will remain constant and there will be a work done. Delta Q is equals to delta U plus delta W. Isochoric process is a process in which volume will remain constant. Throughout the process, volume will remain constant If the volume is constant before and after giving heat, so it means there will be no work done. If there will be no work done, then all the heat will be converted just to increase the internal energy. Have a look on the first law again. If there will be no work, it will be zero. So all the energy will be converted to change the internal energy. Constant volume means there will be no work. Last one is the adiabatic reaction or process, adiabatic process. In this process, no heat flows between system and surrounding. No heat flows, so it means delta Q will be 0 and delta U is equals to minus delta W. How? Delta Q is equals to 0, so this term becomes 0. So delta U is equals to minus delta W. To know more about it, have a look on this animation of isobaric process. Constant weight, but there is a increase in volume, constant pressure. Watch it again. The pressure is constant, but volume is increasing. Graph shows that the constant pressure. For isochoric process, have a look on a video.
Let us understand about isochoric process. In an isochoric process, the volume remains constant. Since the volume remains constant in the process, no work is done on or by the gas. Going back to the equation, delta Q equals to delta U plus delta W. Here, delta Q is the heat supplied, delta U is the change in the internal energy, and delta W is the work done. Since in the isochoric process, delta W is 0 as no work is done. Hence, the equation becomes delta Q is equal to delta U. That is, the heat absorbed by the gas goes entirely to change its internal energy and its temperature. Before going any further, let us remember a very important point. The change in temperature for a given amount of heat is determined by the specific heat of the gas at constant volume.
Have a look on a video to know about the isothermal and adiabatic process.
Isothermal and adiabatic process. Isothermal process. In this process, temperature of the system remains constant. For a given number of moles of an ideal gas, we have PV is equal to nRT, where N is equal to number of moles, T is equal to temperature of gas, R is equal to universal gas constant. Since T is constant, therefore PV is also constant. The essential condition of isothermal process are temperature should remain constant. Changes must take place at a slow rate. Specific heat of the gas is infinite. Adiabatic process. In this process, there is no exchange of heat between the system and the surroundings. Delta Q is equal to 0. The essential conditions of adiabatic process are there should be no transfer of heat energy. Changes must take place at very fast rate. Specific heat is 0. The pressure volume curves of an ideal gas show two adiabatic process connecting two isotherms.
Thank you so much.